everybody, welcome back to the Craft Beer Hub. I've got another beer review for you, and it is of Cotswold Brewing's and Jeremy Clarkson's Hawkstone IPA. Jeremy Clarkson up to now had released the Hawkstone Lager. That was the first one that hit, or first one that landed, should I say. Then there was another beer that I did in the channel a few months ago called the Hawkstone Session Lager. That was very nice. I actually thought the Session Lager had a lot more quality to it than the lager itself, so that was quite good. And my brother-in-law Luke, hello mate, he bought this from a gift shop down on the south coast. Now, if you ever tried to buy the Hawkstone beers, unless you buy them through bottle shops, I don't even know how available they are. If you buy them direct from Hawkstone, you have to buy boxes of 12, I think. So yeah, I had to buy a box of 12 of those lagers, so it was nice to just be given one bottle of this Hawkstone IPA. Cotswold Brewing Company then, like I say, I've only really had their Hawkstone beers, if I'm honest. I haven't had anything else from Cotswold Brewing Company, and generally they've been alright. So I'm quite excited to try this beer. Plus it's got the Jeremy Clarkson link to it, and I quite like Jeremy Clarkson. So, and if he's brewing beer, he just goes up in my estimation again. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get this bottle open. Have we got a Hawkstone? We haven't got a Hawkstone bottle cap. It's just a plain black bottle cap. The bottle itself has got a nice brown label that differentiates from the grey labels of the lager, with that kind of metallic, that kind of now almost signature metallic kind of finish to the label there. There you go. Let's get the bottle open then. Boom. Nice and smoky bottle opening. I've got my Bull of the Woods shaped pint glass because I want to get all the aroma off of this beer. I should say this beer was chilled right down in my fridge. I've had it out of the fridge now for about half an hour, so it should be absolutely perfect. Let's get her in the glass then. So straight away what hits you is the colour. It's very dark. It almost looks like a traditional, obviously Cotswold Brewing Company are mainly, or I believe they're mainly a traditional brewer, but certainly a British brewer, and that looks like a traditional British IPA. It looks a lot darker on the screen because I've got the ring light behind it, so I'm getting a lot more through. But it's a light amber. It looks dark amber on the camera, but it's actually, because I've got the light behind it, it looks like a light amber to me. Subtle carbonation, nothing too crazy. I'd say it's certainly semi-hazy. There's absolutely no sediment going in there at all. One finger whitehead. It just looks, on the face of it, like a typical British. Let's do the Paul's beer reviews thing because I like that. Thanks, Paul. I've robbed this from you, mate. Thank you, mate. It just looks like a good old British IPA. Let's get an aroma then. Oh, definitely getting a big whack of caramel. Must be from that malt. Lovely light citrus. Trying to swill it around. It's not really going around. There you go. Bready malts. But yeah, that lovely soft caramel toffee, almost from the malts. It smells absolutely lovely. Is there a bit of pineapple at the back? Maybe a hint of sweet pineapple. Oh no, smells alright. Cheers everybody. Taste is certainly giving off a lot more than the aroma, that's for sure. That's alright. It's alright. It's not much to write home about, but it's alright. Really getting a big whack of that sweet caramel, like I said, in the taste up front, with that real lovely bready malt character that I'm a massive, massive fan of. Then you get hit with this huge whack of sweet citrus. I wouldn't say candied. It's not that kind of sweet. It's almost just like a sweet lemon, sweet lime. Nice touch of pineapple. And there's a good bitterness at the back. This is quite good. So straight off the bat, which is obviously evident to me, this isn't, take your mind away from like those craft IPAs that you would have drunk before. Craft IPAs normally start around about 5.5–6%. What ABV is this? 5 something. It definitely tastes around 5%. 5.2. Think down the lines of a more interesting British IPA. So it's got a nice element of bitterness. It's got that typical kind of caramel bready malt whack up front that you get from a lot of the British IPAs. Because they do tend to be a lot sweeter. They do tend to be sweet and caramelly, the British IPAs. But this doesn't have any sort of level of mouthfeel to it at all. At all. Nice carbonation that tingles the tongue. But the flavours aren't too crazy. I wasn't expecting to buy this, or I wasn't expecting when I saw this beer. It was actually given to me. I was going to say I wasn't expecting when I bought it, but when I was given this beer, I wasn't expecting it to be a craft IPA. I was expecting it to be a good old British IPA, and it really, really is. But it's way better than anything that Badger, Shepherd Neame, Marston, Theakston's. It's better than anything that these guys have got in their craft range. I mean, that Thirsty Ferret tropical thing, I mean, yeah, it's way better than that. And I'm not too disappointed. I kind of am a little bit. I kind of am, I suppose, because this probably isn't the style of beer that I drink. But equally, I can see the quality, if you know what I mean. And that bitterness at the back is lovely. Really does balance off that pineapple and that citrus. And certainly that caramel that is very sweet. Yeah, overall, really, it's actually quite nice. It's quite nice for the style that it is. It really is quite nice. It's a British IPA, and it's a very good British IPA. Probably one of the better British IPAs I've had. Maybe not so much up my street, but it's not too bad. Let's have a look at the back of the bottle then, because they normally put some stuff on here, Hawkstone. This says, our IPA leads with a burst of citrus flavour and touches of honey and caramel, balanced by a smooth bitter finish. I would absolutely agree with all of that. It talks about the bedrock again, hewn from the mineral-rich bedrock of the Cotswold Hills, the Hawkstone, a Neolithic standing stone which gives our brewery its name and has stood for generations. The Cotswold brash soil in which it rests is hard and unforgiving, but for those who persist, it yields malting barley of unusually high quality, ideal for brewing. I probably will say that certainly the malt side of this beer is really impressive. The hop side is okay. There's a little hint of citrus and there's a little hint of pineapple, and the bittering's lovely. But I think for this beer, the quality is all in the malt. It's got that lovely bready caramel thing up front. I wasn't so much getting, what was the other thing they said? Honey. I suppose honey and caramel aren't too dissimilar, but yeah, that was really good quality right up front with this beer. After harvest, our brewmaster combines this barley with select hops, yeast, and the purest local water before allowing it to mature for up to 6 weeks. Hard to make, easy to drink. I'd say it's pretty bang on. I'd say that's a pretty bang on. And the water, yes, it's a lovely, fresh, crisp beer, absolutely. We didn't talk about the water. Yeah, that's just lovely. You can't really taste any sort of anything in that water. It really lets the malt dance and the hops dance. But that malty character up front is probably where I think this beer excels. How would I rate it then? Yeah, it's pretty nice. Would I buy it again? Probably not. Only because it's just not my style. If I went to a pub and I saw this on draft and it was like up against Foster's and all the other Euro lagers, I would absolutely buy this. I don't know how much it would have cost. It probably would have cost about £3 a bottle. I'm going to rate that a 3 out of 5. Thanks very much for watching, guys. 3 out of 5 on the Craft Beer Hub. Let me know if you've had this. I don't think it's been out long. Maybe July, August time. I don't think it's been out long. They didn't really sort of shout about this one. But yeah, It's pretty decent. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you will. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.